Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Tigers TV. This time for you, we have Bearsted 1 versus Tigers 1 in the England Premier League. Early ball off to Dave Wiseman, steps back, finds the drop-off versus Chris West. Early lead accrued there for Bearsted. Tigers now with the opportunity to attack. Liv Parker off to Jenny Adams. Jenny Adams with a quick runner is going to be blocked off. That's some great pressure coming out there from Amy Shersten-Baker. Josh Dawes dropping off for the long shot. Not going to find anything. And that is going to be one out by James Norman there. Jess Long looking for the easy pass out. Bearsted going to try not to lose it at the line. Almost stolen by Ross Thompson and Josh Dawes there. But Dave Wiseman able to find that. Write that in. I'll see about off the front. Over to Sophie Parker. Feeds turnaround looking for the return. Not quite going to find it. There he is. Dave Wiseman looking big under the post for the feed. Looks for the turnaround. Trying to find the drop off. But not quite going to find it. There's the look back. Does get intercepted by Francis Willerton in the air. Ref's going to reassure that's all okay. That's all fine. Josh Dawes utilising that back space. Tigers favouring this 2-2, sorry. Pushing on the back of the feed. Awarded the free pass there. Josh Dawes going to be stepping up to take that particular play. Tom Sandow going to try and run in behind him. It's not quite the right angle. No switch from James Norman. Josh Dawes able to convert that one with relative ease. Tying up the game 1-1. James Norman looking for the feed over the top, but Jenny Adams able to wrangle that one away from the Bearsted grasp. Tom Northfield after Francis Willerton looking for the return. Defenders dropped off. That's a clean shot. Unfortunately doesn't find anything. Carl Sober able to get the rebound of the shot he wasn't quite able to defend. From Sandow, back to Amy Shersten-Baker, looking for the shot, nothing found. Jess Long to pick up the rebound. There comes James, but not going to find anything. Running the block, looking nice. There's the quick return, good switch. Penalty called, contact there by Ross Thompson. He knows it on the runner. James Norman able to sink the penalty, 2-1. In favour of Bearsted. Chris West farms it out. Lucy Northfield to Tom Northfield to Francis Willerton. Tom's looking for the runner. This 2-2 does seem to be the dominant offence Tigers looking to run. Chris West able to grab that one. Looking for something. Tom Northfield off the back. Fakes it. Chris West for the nice uncontested shot. It's going to get picked up by Carl Seibert. Dave Wiseman looking for the nice easy 1-2. Out of harm's way. Jess Long looking for the return. Doesn't find the shot. Tom Sandow off the back. Still not looking for the shots. The step back from James Norman looks good. Doesn't quite find the mark. Fumble there from Jess, but not to worry. She's got that one safely. Travelling called though. As much as we thought she had it safe. That is going to be snagged up by Tigers there. Josh Dawes working to get that one out. Nice and safely. Chris West looking for the one-shot offense. Luckily, is going to get picked up by Tom Northfield. Northfield's running the block. Francis Willerton going for the runner. Is defended. Great work put in there by Emma Sackett to pick that one up. Dave Wiseman for the fake pass. Baits out the jump from Northfield. Jess Long again with another fumble. Maybe still warming up. Not so worried. Picked up by Tom Sandow. Good recovery. Amy Shersten-Baker looking for something. James Norman back out the front. Both teams using their feeds heavily. The step back. Looks nice. Out the front. Josh Dawes is going to be able to get that one. Tom Sandow maybe a little bit heavy-handed on that dive in there. Good work coming out from him there. Looking again for these feeds. Tigers. Free pass jostling under the post by the sounds of it. And it's going to be Tom Northfield stepping up to take the free pass. Still 2-1. Another chance for Tigers to convert. That's a nice little handoff. Chris not going to be able to convert that. And that is going to be knocked out of Carl Seibert's hands. Going to be able to get that return. Strong pass out. Jess Long to receive. Blocking off the post there. Another free pass called. We are seeing a lot of penalties and free passes being given away quite early on. Encroachment there from Jenny Adams. A little bit quick on the uptake. Jumping the gun ever so slightly. Nice step back. Doesn't quite drop. James Norman with a great rebound against Ross Thompson. Both of them pretty well matched. That's some great defensive pressure from Josh there. Staying on the floor, not giving Tom Sandow the chance to run. Looking for the feed. Josh has got a little bit lost. That's a really early release though, and Liv Hardcore swoops in to pick up that rebound. Lucy Northfield off to Tom Northfield, looking for the feed. Chris is there. Good post. Playing that 2-2 so well. They are quite reliant on it though, Tigers. Maybe time for them to break out into something new. Free pass again called. Contact perhaps. It's the same move. The same move they pulled the first time. Still not finding any success. Again, that 2-2 with the feed stuck in there. Beersted's not particularly fussed about giving the feed. It hasn't been able to convert many opportunities so far. James Norman looking for something. Finds it in Amy Sheraton-Baker. Free pass. Pushing on the back of the feed. A lot of free passes being given away here. We're only in the first 6 odd minutes. Defense is good. The two-man rebounding effort from Tom Sandow and James Norman there does seem to work out. No shot. Josh managing to stay on the floor. Air ball. Liv's going to go in for that. Jess Long going to be able to find it in the end. That's a nice long shot from Tom Sandow, putting Beersted 3-1 up. 2-goal deficit for Tigers. They're not too fussed. It's quite early on. Not a massive worry for them. They have come back from worse in the past. Beersted obviously looking to maintain that lead. Liv, that's a great turnaround on the feed. Unfortunately doesn't find the shot. Josh steps back, resets the shot clock, but James Norman is there ahead of the game. Able to find that rebound. Beersted again, just trying to work it out nice and easily. Get themselves those opportunities. Dave Wiseman over the top. Bit of a rush pass. Emma Sackett, good pickup from her. Dave goes to the shot, but it is going to be rebounded. Chris West has to lunge a little bit for that pass. Maybe Tigers need to tighten that up a little bit. Get that a little bit more honed in. Jenny Adams looking for something. Again, Tigers working this feed, working this 2-2. That's a great runner from Jenny Adams, and it sinks. 3-2. Tigers finally managing to convert some of their many opportunities. Both teams have struggled a little bit with some of their longer shots so far. We'll have to see if that continues as a trend throughout the game. Carl Saber finds Dave Wiseman off the back. Dave again, looking big in the feed. Hasn't quite read that pass. Bit of a misplay. Tigers have the opportunity to attack. What can they do with it? Josh off the back. Again, finding that feed so fast. Drop ball, penalty called. Josh Dawes. We're going to be expecting him to sink this, really. There we go. Tigers managing to tie the game 3-3. Beersted just taking it a little bit slower. No need to rush. They have that time to work with. 25 seconds either way. No shot clock's been called so far. Both teams using the time well. Putting up enough shots to reset. Again, this feed prevalent in both teams. Shot goes up. Does bounce. Resets the clock. James Norman's up close. The one-hander, as we've discussed previously, does seem to be a bit of a difficult shot for many korfballers. Not quite enough time spent on that. More focus on the two-handed long shots than the one-hand up and close. Chris West looking for the 1-2s. Lucy Northfield, great step back. Tom, the one-hander again. It's almost like they're hearing me say. But the one-handers do not seem to be the strength so far in this game. Definitely more safety in those stronger two-handed shots. That's a great runner coming in from Tom Sandow. Off to James Norman. What a great little offload. Josh isn't going to let him get the better of him a second time in a row. James Norman looking for something. Jess Long for the step back. Called defended. Good pressure from Liv Hardcore there. Francis Willerton off to Lucy. That's a great feed. The runner doesn't quite drop. Bounces on both sides. Dave Wiseman able to swoop in and collect that safely. Tom Sandow off to James Norman. Looking for these big plays out the front. Beerstead do tend to be favouring this more out of the front play. Less behind the post work so far. Free pass called again. Defended. Great speed from Jenny Adams there. Fantastic acceleration off the bat. Able to block that one off. A step back. Lucy Northfield resets the shot clock. Chris West able to save that one. Nicely done there. The artsy flick. Lucy Northfield for the step back again. Bounces. Good work there from Emma Sackett to rebound that one nicely. Jess Long off to James Norman. Not going to go for the shot. Instead, decides to take his time. Pull back. Amy Sheraton Baker for the quick return. Jess Long finds the space. It's close. Ross Thompson almost got a hand to it. James Norman looking for something. Goes back on the shot, even though Ross thought he had his arm straight up. James Norman playing that foul spectacularly well. And he is going to pick up the penalty. That's the second penalty he's been awarded. The second he's managed to convert. Beerstead 4-3 in the lead so far. It's a quick intercept from Dave Wiseman to cut off that Tigers offense early on. Both teams, again, sticking that post in early, then waiting for the feed to come around the back. Jess Long, not quite sure where to go. Goes for the drop-off instead. Josh Dawes up early for the rebound. Good pre-jump there. Francis Willerton able to control it. Again, this 2-2. Chris West up close and personal with the basket. Manages to sink it. The one-hander finally. I think that's 1 for 3 now in terms of one-handed shots taken and made. Another one-handed. Gets defended, so we won't count that one towards our tally. Good work there from Tigers on the defense. Tom Northfield. Get that block. Sophie Parker going in fast. Manages to save it. But Chris over the top. 2 quick intercepts. 2 quick turnovers. And Tigers have the chance. Jenny Adams looks for the drop-off. Beerstead perhaps thinking that the feed was coming through. Josh thought he had that one. Nope. Off to James Norman. Sophie Parker to intercept on the line. Dave Wiseman trying to make himself look big off the back. Passes the ball all the way through both of his players. Finding Lucy Northfield, not quite the intended recipient. Liv looking for the return on Josh. A little bit of fancy footwork. Josh goes for the shot again. Not going to find anything. Jenny Adams. Josh Dawes puts the feed in. Goes for the turnaround. There's the one-hander. 1 for 4 now. That tally is just ticking up. Great block. Ross not going to shoot. That is a little bit of a scramble on Tigers. They got a little bit rushed for time. Josh is going to find that. Contact after the shot called. No score on the one-hander. 1 for 5. He's going to get the chance for the free pass, though. Oh, the intercept. The read on the play. There's another one-hander. 1 for 6. We're not doing so well. I think Tom Sandow has taken a bit of a blow to the hands. Not looking particularly happy with that. Ref's just checking if everything's okay. Going to keep playing. Good man. What a trooper. No subs used. Tigers still with the offense. Liv Harcourt looking for something. Going to have to farm it back out to Jenny Adams. Jenny Adams with a long shot. Just going to go all the way over. Ross Thompson not going to struggle to pick that one up. Josh Dawes not going to shoot. Instead going to pass it to Jess Long. Probably an accident there. Looking, I believe, for Jenny Adams under the post. Emma Sackett off to Carl Seibert. Beerstead playing a bit more reserved now. Not sticking the post in too early. Great pressure from Francis Willerton. Chris West comes soaring on through. And he's able to find Tom Northfield for the safe pass out. Tigers working really well to string that pass out. Just bounce it across and work it out with relative ease. With Harcourt, Jenny Adams using the back of the court. Josh going to be able to, I think there's teammate waiting on the line just in case there was any mishap. Liv Harcourt goes to the shot to reset the shot clock, but James Norman has the dominant position under the post. Still 4-4, tie game. Lots of turnovers. Not many opportunities converted. We're seeing a lot of one-shot offenses. Not really what we're looking for. Ross Thompson hasn't quite got the position he was looking for. James Norman doing some fantastic work under the post today already. Got an absolute multitude of collects so far. Carl Seaver looking for something over the top. Finds the shot. Tom Northfield is well up to get that one. Pace of the game has slowed a little bit. We're reaching the kind of middle point of the first half. The initial burst is over. Players starting to figure out their opponent. Liv looks under. That's a great arm up from Tom Sandow. Great preemptive block. Jenny Adams looks to try and steal that one, but a little bit too late there. Ball all the way off the back to Sophie Parker. Dave Wiseman looking for the shot. Doesn't find it. Emma Sackett for the turnaround off the feed. That's a nice little switch. The 180. Doesn't quite find anything, though. Tom Northfield for a good clear. Nice little 1-2s coming out from Tigers here. Jenny Adams not going to shoot. Waiting for the feed instead. That 2-2. Pushing on the back of the feeder. Another free pass. Josh Dawes. They're going to try and block that. Gets it away. Doesn't quite manage to find it, though. Tom Sandow able to get the tip off to James Norman there. Good defensive pressure all around from Bierstead. Dave Wiseman throws in the fake. Steps back. Doesn't quite find what he's looking for. Chris with the flick off to find Liv Harcourt. Adams off to Dawes. Adams coming through for the runner. Oh, it's defended. Heartbreaker. Great runner, though. Lovely finish, unfortunately,
good, Jen.
For Jenny. Jess Long was absolutely on top of that with the switch. Dave Wiseman looks for the fake pass. Emma Sackett's dropped off the back. Drops it back in. The tip doesn't quite do what it needed to. Dave Wiseman just looking for the pat there on the ball. Josh Dawes comes out the front, steps back, finds the bucket, doesn't quite find the goal. Shot clock reset. Both teams been fantastically good so far. Not a single shot clock violation has been called. Emma Sackett. Dutchie may have just taken a bit of a knock to the head there. Raf's just going to stop play, check that everything's all right. Holding her hand to her head here. Hoping she's going to be okay. Raf's just going to check out everything, make sure she's okay. Going to keep playing. Good stuff there. We are having a substitution made. Carl Saver being brought off there for Chris Beale. Good games being wished. Bierstead still in possession. It's a good ball. Emma Sackett able to pick it up. Dave Wiseman looking big in the feed. Emma Sackett with a step back. Great pressure from Frances Woolerton to block that shot off. Lovely play from Tigers there. Still kept the game tied. Could swing either way very quickly. Jenny Adams off the back. Puts the shot up. Josh comes flying on through. That looks like a Tigers ball there. Just able to... Bierstead looking for the return on the feed. Able to find it. Dave Wiseman looking over. Not going to find anything. Going to return for the runner. Steps back. Drops it in. Dave Wiseman putting some points on the board for Bierstead today. 5-4 now to Bierstead. They have that lead. Josh is going to get away fast enough to pick that one up. Josh for the fake, the runner, the switch, the one-handed floater. 1 for 7, I believe, on those one-handers now. Sophie Parker gets the ball. Bearsted just starting to take their time. They have that lead now. Still using that feed. Chris Beale takes the shot. Chris West, though, able to take that one all the way down. Liv for the nice 180. Tigers just slowing it down a bit. Josh for the long shot. Sinks it. There we go. He's hit that one. He's been looking for it all game. Finally going to hit it. Lovely finish. Another substitution being made.
Josh.
I believe we have Alicia Nolan being swapped off there. Swapped on, rather, sorry. For Jess Long. Another nice shot from James Norman. Resets the clock. Not going to find anything. Josh coming through a little bit heavy-handed there. Going to be a restart. Tom Sandow looking for something. Football called. Amy Sheraton Baker just wasn't quite aware that the ball was coming back to her. Luckily, still manages to retain possession. Tom Sandow looking for that return on the runner. Alicia looking for something. Amy to start with the ball. James Norman got the fumble. Managed to retain it. Fakes once. Puts the shot up. It's going to be rebounded. Oh. That was a bit of a kerfuffle under the post. Alicia Nolan almost had the chance to shoot. Liv Harker was just a bit wrong-footed there. But a little bit of confusion resulted in no shot put up. Tigers once again on the offense, relying on that feed, putting in that 2-2 so early. Going to dissolve it and then set it up again. Double strong post. Tom Northfield gutted that he's missed that shot. Not to worry though. Chris Beale off to Dave Wiseman. Off to James Norman. Quick series of passes for Bearsted to bang that one back in. Good block there from Liv Harcourt. Turnaround is good from Amy Sheraton Baker, but unfortunately not going to find anything on the shot. That's a strong pass out there to Frances Willerton. Lucy Northfield for the great long shot. Oh. Okay. Chris ended up with the rebound. Gets given the ball anyway. Another substitution made. For Bearsted. Lucy Northfield. Great attempt at the runner. Just a little bit too high. And I believe we now have Azzy Siebert coming on for Tom Sandow. Just Long to take the free pass. Great speed from Jenny Adams again, but it's just not quite enough this time round. Great attempt. Frances Willerton for a lovely finish on the runner there. Beautiful setup by Tigers. Keeping it level once again. Bearsted have always been in the lead or drawing throughout this whole game. They have not managed... they haven't been in a position where they are behind by any number of goals. So Tigers have just been constantly playing catch-up. Dave Wiseman drops the shot, but it is defended. Great pressure from Chris West there. Frances Willerton ready to receive. Liv Harcourt trying to find something. Not really sure what she's looking for. Looking for the feed off the back. That pass goes a little wonky. As you see, but... Oh, that's a fantastic leap from Tom Northfield. Has left them wrong-footed. The one-hander doesn't sink it. 1 for 8 on the one-handers. Tom Northfield with a great diving play to steal the ball, but it just gets refunded. 2 versus 1. Chris West up against Dave Wiseman. But it doesn't matter. Liv Harcourt on the turnaround is going to be able to find the shot off the step back. And that's going to be the first time Tigers are, in fact, in the lead this game. Quick timeout called. Just going to skip ahead through that. Both teams just taking a moment to regroup. Josh Dawes still playing. Looks like a substitution being made. Ross Thompson subbed off for Oscar Edwards now. Dave Wiseman looking big in that feeding position. Emma Sackett off the front. Dave Wiseman's big, but he's not quite that big. Passes do need to be a little bit tidier than that if they are going to find anything. Oscar Edwards putting in that feed. Azzy Sova just catching the back of Oscar Edwards there. Jenny Adams, ball over the top to Josh. Going to put the shot up. Bounces once. That's a great pickup, though, from Amy Sheraton-Baker. Shurston-Baker, my apologies. Chris West, fast out to Jenny Adams. Josh puts that in. Feed there from Jenny Adams is quick. Fakes it once. Doesn't quite find the shot. Oscar Edwards takes the first shot of the game. Resetting the shot clock. Although the shots may not be dropping, they are playing the important function of resetting the shot clock each time, giving them that extra time to work with on their offenses. Dave Wiseman, Chris Beal going into the post early, playing something of a 3-1 here in this Bearsted offense, perhaps changing it up a little bit. You can hear the ever-friendly cheers of Chris West to his teammates there. Or shouts, however you wish to view them. Jenny Adams and Josh working that 1-2. Unfortunate, beautiful turnaround. The 180 just wasn't quite there. Sophie Parker off to Dave Wiseman. On to Emma Sackett, back to Wiseman. Parker looking for something. Playing this 3-1. No shots being taken, though. Switching into the 2-2. Penalty awarded. And that is going to be given to Dave Wiseman. Looking to sink this one. Put Bearsted on a level playing field. Doesn't find it. Great pressure from Tigers to stop that one dead in its tracks. Oscar Edwards off to Josh. To Jenny. To Liv. Oscar Edwards picks it up. That's a great turnaround. But James Norman is there to put the defence in. Tigers still in the lead with 4 minutes to go on the clock in this first half. Bearsted looking for an opportunity. Bit of a miscommunication, allowing Tigers to steal that ball once again. Jenny Adams looking to find Oscar Edwards. Josh Dawes off the back. Has the opportunity to shoot. Oscar Edwards got that strong post position. Not going to do him any good though. James Norman just going to reach over the top of him and steal that one away in favour of Bearsted. Chris Beal looking for something. Finds it in Emma Sackett. Tom Northfield with a heroic leap and the behind the back pass, throwing in all of the style points in just one play. Free pass. Once again, Josh Dawes looking to pull probably the same move we saw earlier. It is the same move. Oscar Edwards wasn't quite expecting it, though. Josh. Baking the ball once. The feed is there. So fast in. Nothing is called. Oscar Edwards from range. Same team. Jenny Adams and Josh Dawes getting in a bit of a kerfuffle. Plenty of time on the clock. Plenty of shot resets. Another one. This shot clock is not being drained at all. Jenny finds Josh. Out the front open. Still manages to find the rebound. Tigers. The never-ending offense. Jenny Adams unable to quite control the ball. Thinks it's a football. Ref didn't see it. Bearsted able to take control once more. Still one goal down. Oh, that's a bit of an aggressive jump from Tom Northfield. Emma Sackett steps up to take the free pass. Oh, that's great offensive aggression. Or defensive aggression, rather, from Tigers there. And they managed to pick up the ball off of that free pass. Unfortunately for Bearsted, they just weren't quite able to find the conversion. A block on the initial pass on that free pass didn't really set them up for success. Oscar Edwards and Josh Dawes lining up with the two defenders in front of them. That's just an unfortunate situation for Tigers. Emma Sackett looking for something. Sophie Parker being a bit quiet this game. Hopefully she can find her range in a moment. Chris Beal takes the open shot. Emma Sackett with the great attempt Going to get the reset as well. Dave Wiseman with the fake lean in. Off to Sophie Parker. Dave Wiseman looking for something.
Well done.
Chris West, though, has seen that trick a couple times. Knows what's in store. As you see, but is going to farm it out. And that is half-time called. Bearsted versus Tigers sitting at a 7-6 scoreline as we get ourselves back into the second half. Either team could win this. Lots of potential for it to go either way. Ref's just going to check the ball. Make sure he likes the one that's being used. And we are going to get back straight into the second half. Tigers fumbled the opportunity there a little bit earlier on. Both teams already, we've seen a lot of 2-2 attacking formations. Sticking the post in early, then getting the feed to come around the back. Alternating both boys, both girls out. Chris Beale finds the feed. Off to Dave Wiseman. Emma Sackett off the drop-off. Great pressure from Frances Woolerton. Tigers going to try and starve the shot clock. And that is a shot clock violation. The first in the game in the first minute of the second half. Tigers doing some great defensive work there to pressure that one out. Tom Northfield practically skipping across the field there. Oscar Edwards, the quick return. Almost a beautiful play there coming out of Josh Edwards. Josh Dawes and Oscar Edwards, sorry. Liv Hardcore is in there with the one-hander. That's 1 for 9. Or 1 for 8, one of the two. Still, not a high percentage shot in the slightest. Oh, that is being called outside. Unfortunately, Oscar Edwards' efforts. Oh no, he has managed to retain possession, despite all of that. Jenny Adams, looking fast off the post. Oscar Edwards putting in that feed. Both girls attacking again. That 2-2. And Jenny Adams sinks the shot. Tigers 6-8 in the lead. 8-6 rather. Amy Shurston-Baker passing it out to Alicia Nolan. Josh Dawes steps in front of the feed. Some great front defense. That is one thing Tigers love to work on in their training sessions. Frances Woolerton for the step back. Goes for the runner. The switch is there. Chris Kwan can't quite see Lucy Northfield. The block is good. The shot almost finds its way into the bucket. But sadly, it's not to be for Chris. Bearsted now have the chance. 2 goals down. Still plenty of time for them to pull some magic. There's the step back from Alicia Nolan. Jenny Adams manages to swipe that one out from under Oscar Edwards. Proving that the post is not all about size. It is about technique as well. Lucy Northfield bounces one off the post. Chris manages to fight for possession, retains it. Tigers just putting their shots a little short right now. Either a little short or a little long. Not really finding that sweet spot so far. The imaginary 5th player on the court, the post, is back in action. And Tigers managed to swipe that one. Dave Wiseman, a little bit hasty on the commit there. Putting himself in a bit of a poor spot. Tom Northfield able to get the pass off to Chris West for the finish. 9-6. Tigers starting to build up a substantial lead. James Norman looking for the feed now. This clock is just burning away. Ball's out to Alicia Nolan. As he's over under the post. Shot goes up. Oscar Edwards able to reclaim that ball for Tigers. Ball all the way over up to Tom Northfield. Takes his time. Doesn't find anything. Frances Woolerton. Really early release. Rushed shots now, Tigers. Need to take their time a little bit more with that going forward. It's a great intercept attempt from Liv Harcourt. But it is going to be a Bearsted possession. Quick timeout called. And we are back into the game. Bearsted possession off the back line. Just knocked out by Liv Harcourt on the previous play. Amy Shurston-Baker. Farms it out. Alicia Nolan steps up for the shot. Defended. Great pressure onto Azzy Saber, calling the contact, but ref is not going to have any of that. Lucy Northfield puts it in fast. No girls to defend. Bit of an early release on the shot. That's a cheeky little step back from Chris there. Lucy Northfield finding her range. Coming up with the goods so far. 10-6 now. Tigers building that lead slowly but surely. Bearsted just trying to figure a way to put themselves back on top. Great attempt from Chris Beale for the feed, for the switch onto Emma Sackett. But it is going to be a Bearsted ball retained in their offense. Alicia Nolan looking for the shot. It's going to be a Bearsted reset. Didn't quite see what that was about. Dave Wiseman going to take the shot. Not quite close enough from Chris. Liv Harker for the runner. That is blocked off by Alicia Nolan. Looks like it was from the side. Josh Dawes steps to take the pen. Scores it. That's his third penalty he's taken. The third one he's scored now. Not so hot with the free passes today. I think he's 0 for 3 on free passes, but he makes up for it with the pens. 3 for 3 on pens. Dave Wiseman has a great attempt, but Tom Northfield putting in the work to grab that rebound. Liv Harcourt completely undefended. Chooses instead to go for the team play. Jenny Adams almost with the runner. Tigers have been struggling a little bit to sink some of those runners earlier on in the game. Sophie Parker off to Dave Wiseman. Emma Sackett looking for the runner on through. Great pressure from Frances Willerton. Fantastic defensive work. Sophie Parker starting to get a bit loud. Start taking some shots. That's what we like to see. Giving everyone on the court a chance to put their shots in. Oscar Edwards out the front. Almost drops James Norman for the runner. But James Norman gets the recovery just in time. Gets the intercept as well. James Norman off the back of a slightly unhospitable play. Able to turn it around and make the difference. Pick up the intercept. And put Bearsted once more in that offensive position. Sophie Parker and Emma Sackett almost overlapping a bit there. The runner defended. Tom standing his ground there. Tom Northfield doing some work so far this game. Jenny Adams off the back to Liv Harcourt. Reset called. Bearsted ball. So there might have been a bit of contact, bit of pushing. Ref has been fantastic so far with a zero tolerance for contact. That's a great return. Emma Sackett finally going to start putting some points on the board for Bearsted. Still 4 odd points down. Lucy Northfield for another runner. Bit of a strong release. Frances Willerton looking to get the run round. The switch is there. Lucy Northfield completely free at the back, but Chris West going to take the shot instead. Penalty given. Contact on shot. Lucy Northfield steps up to take this one. Unfortunately, no conversion there for Tigers. A little bit too much power. Still got that lead though. One penalty is not the worst thing in the world for them. It's a great bounce. Oscar Edwards gets one hand, two hands, and then both together. Tom Northfield attempting that shot. Chris doing some fantastic work. Both of the boys in this division doing some fantastic work under the post. Unfortunately, not finding so many long shots. James Norman putting in the work under the post, looking for the feed. He's found it several times. Just looking for the shots from his teammates here. Alicia Nolan not quite able to find anything. Amy Shurston-Baker. James Norman for the step back out the front. Azzy Saber. Looking for something. James Norman still under that post. Oscar Edwards jumps for it. Not going to connect with anything. James Norman steps out for the drop-off. Smart heads-up play from him. Josh Dawes doing a nice little twirl there on the pickup. Lucy Northfield has an attempt. Resets the shot clock. Francis Willerton out the front. Francis Willerton looking for the feed. Emma Sackett playing smart. Is able to get that defense. Playing an almost 50-50 front offense versus dropping off a defense rather. Front defense, not front offense. Great work from James Norman under the post. Oh, it's almost going to drop as he's over. That's a heartbreaker. So close for them. Francis Willerton after Tom Northfield. Tom Northfield likes these long shots. Has found success with one or two of them. Not perhaps his most consistent. Chris West doing some interpretive dance there for us. Tom Northfield bounces it off. Free pass awarded, pushing under the post. Lucy Northfield's going to take that one. No defense. That is a little bit sloppy, unfortunately. Completely uncontested under the post. Had all the time in the world for that one. Unable to convert. As Jaren very kindly points out, there was a football awarded there. Tom Northfield with the one-hander. Rebounds his own shot. 1 for 10, I think we are on the one-handers now. Francis Willerton drops Sophie Parker. The defense isn't quite good enough, but Dave Wiseman
keep going, guys.
With a nice little pick-up there. Save that ball for Bearsted. Not quite going to find anything there. As Cyber had a chance. Lucy Northfield off to Francis Willerton. Lovely little series of 1-2s. Tigers do love their little 1-2 plays. Francis Willerton under the post. Refs called that defended. Great work from Sophie Parker. That's a good intercept though from Jenny Adams. Tom Northfield. Surely you can't be thinking of shooting that one from there. Chris West puts that up. But the post wasn't quite there. Liv clearly not massively happy about that one. James Norman. Jenny Adams, 2 intercepts and 2 plays. Some absolutely stellar work there by her. Tom Northfield is there for the early feed. Gives it off to Francis Willerton. That's a nice little shot. 12 to 7 now. Tigers building up that momentum, building their lead. 18 minutes, 20 seconds left. Lovely series of 1-2s. Plus the turnaround. James Norman puts the shot up. Josh Dawes able to grab that one, bring it into safety. 1-2s again. We're seeing free pass awarded, not on the shot. Emma Sackett, unfortunately, just caught the wrong side there of Lucy Northfield. Lucy Northfield not going to give Tom the chance. Oh, okay. There we go. Tom's going to get the chance. That's unfortunate. Great attempt. Great pressure from Chris Beale. Fantastic acceleration out of the gate. Another attempt there from Tom Northfield. The drop-off doesn't quite connect. Almost. Francis Willerton just gets beaten to the... Pipped at the post. Almost quite literally by Dave Wiseman. As you see, but off to James Norman. James Norman with the recovery. Oh. Amy Schuster Baker able to maintain control. Ball's gone wildly over the top. Oscar was just going to let that one run out of the play space. Flick it back to Josh Dawes. All the way over to Lucy Northfield. Chris gets the intercept. I don't think that pass was entirely meant for him. Penalty awarded. It's going to be Lucy Northfield stepping up to take it. Oh, I think that's the 3rd foul pass. She's had the opportunity to convert. Just not having a great amount of success with those today. Not to worry. I think she did manage to find one earlier. Liv Harcourt putting in the work. Great hustle under the post. Chris and Tom. Tom sticking that post in early, playing that 3-1. Waiting for the feed to come through. Decrying something. Chris has the chance for the drop-off, doesn't quite find it. Liv with a good intercept, good pressure. And it makes the way back to her. Ball just homing in, rather, on Liv Harcourt there. Chris with some great control. Lucy Northfield off the back is going to be able to retain the play. Shot clock is dwindling down. Tom Northfield comes flying on through. Ends up flat on the floor. Not quite sure what happened there. Chris Beale picking him up there. Great sportsmanship from those two. Seeing some fun plays. Even at a serious time, still able to enjoy themselves. That's what it's all about. Just wiping Tom's essence off the floor there. Making sure that is safe for play. We're going to go straight out to James Norman as he saver. No substitutions have been made in a while. Runs into the post there. Still wobbling. James Norman not going to be able to find this shot. Tigers do seem to like to take this ball quite close up on the line. Not going to leave it a little bit. Francis Willerton almost waiting on the fake. Tom Northfield again for the step back. Tigers trying so desperately. Chris just slamming the ball on the floor. Tom Northfield able to maintain it. Shot clock has been reset, of course, by some of those earlier shots. So plenty of time to work with. Unfortunately, Lucy Northfield gets called on that one. Going to be a reset. Substitution called. Sophie Parker for Jess Long there. Well played to Sophie Parker. Bit of an interesting pass off. No, that's fine. Jess Long, first shot on the court. Gives it a good shot. Not quite connecting. Tom Northfield making the plays. Lucy Northfield. Chris West going to be the one to hound that ball down. Still plenty of time on the match clock for Beerster to come back into it. Dave Wiseman's quieted up a fair bit. This has been quite a stationary set of offenses and defenses. No switch over in quite some time. I think both teams slightly frustrated with that.
Well done.
James Norman not too happy with that, but is not going to get called. Lucy Northfield looking for the shot. Tom Northfield off the back. Again, does seem to be rushing his shots ever so slightly. Dave Wiseman happy to just sit there and wait for that one to drop into his outstretched arms. Beersted not quite finding their passes the way they'd like to. With Harker off to Jenny Adams. This Tigers defense, I think, is probably getting a bit frustrated with their offense, and the Beersted defense with their offense, vice versa.
Yeah.
But Francis Willerton is going to drop one in. Finally, we're going to see the switch. We are going to see that switch. That's a strong pass over from Dave Wiseman. Is going to get tapped by a Tigers player, so Beersted maintain possession. Dave Wiseman puts the shot up. Emma Sackett for the return. But Chris West almost had it. Has to take a second touch. He's able to make his mark there. Jess Long almost had the intercept. Unable to quite find the finish. Or the closure. Oscar Edwards off the back. That looked like it was almost defended. Some great play from James North. Oh no, we've had a switch actually. Azzy Cyber now marking out Oscar Edwards. Maybe the Beersted team have decided to rejig their matchups. I think we have seen a switch up, yeah. Josh going to be taking on James now. He's going to get that rebound. The one-handed hook shot, 1 for 11 in terms of total shots scored with one hand versus total shots taken. It is not looking like a good statistic for this game. Chris Beale puts the shot up, does bounce it, resets the shot clock, but Lucy able to steal that from Dave Wiseman. Jenny Adams. Liv. Oh, that's a bit of a misstep from Liv there. Timeout. For Tigers called once again. 7-13. 6-point lead for Tigers now. Can feel the game start to slow down a little bit as we hit the flagging stages of the game. We start to fatigue. Players start to make questionable decisions. Oh, that's all the way in. Dave Wiseman, all the time in the world. He sinks it, finally. Bearsted are getting what they're looking for. That's a great finish there. Dave Wiseman took the time he needed. Made the shot count. Start to close that gap. Oscar Edwards from range. Going to put it all the way over. That's exactly where Liv Harcourt is waiting. Pops it over to Jenny Adams. Jenny Adams been a bit quiet in the second half. There we go. There's the shot. Not quite in. And it is going to be a Bearsted ball. Azzy Cyber getting to that one in time. Chris Beale looking for something. Finds it in Emma Sackett. No shot. Dave Wiseman looking to put something up. Almost unable to control the pass. The shot is put up by Emma Sackett. Almost. Chris. Playing a little bit more hands off. Appealing to the ref that there was a bit of travelling there. Clearly keen to see the ball in orange hands once again. Josh coming in for that feed. Playing that 2-2 again. They reverted back to that 2-2 they were playing so well earlier on. There's one. Almost. Liv's going to be able to retain that one. Just a reset. Nothing too serious. Penalty awarded. Bit of a clash. Looks like Azzy and James got in the way a bit. And Josh able to sink that one. 8-14. Another switch around. Azzy. Out to Amy Shurston-Baker. Puts the shot up, but there's really no post for Bearsted. It's all starting to fall apart for them a little bit. They just need to take a moment to collect their thoughts. Regroup. We have seen they can execute these plays earlier on, so we're just hoping to see the return of those. Lucy Northfield all the way off to a quick return. Chris West. These running in shots are really starting to let Tigers down a bit now. We've had several that could have put them substantially further in the lead. But still. Penalty awarded. Azzy able to sink that one. Start to close that gap. Bit of a confusion. Francis Willerton almost goes straight up into the outstretched arms of Jess Long. Tom Northfield drops it over the top, trying to beat out Dave Wiseman with the speed.
Loads of time.
Oh, Tom Northfield cranking that one-handed shot statistic up to what? 1 for 12 now. Tigers just getting a little bit lazy on their offense almost. Oh. Whistle's being blown. Travelling. Chris West. Going to look to try and slow down the play a bit more. Tigers definitely don't need to rush as much as they need to or have been doing so far. Oh, Tom for the turnaround almost. And he sinks it. Dave Wiseman towering over him, but Tom Northfield manages the cheekiest of shots, putting Tigers 15-9 in the lead. Again, that 6-point deficit for Bearsted. Good little switch out. Emma Sackett sinks one. Beautiful stuff from Bearsted. Great setup. Really lovely play. We have seen a substitution. Carl Seibert coming back on now for Chris Beale. At 2-2, still very strong for Tigers. Seems to be their dominant form of offense. Josh able to get to that one in time. Hurls it over to Jenny Adams. Defended. Great pressure from Amy Shersten-Baker. Oscar Edwards straight into Liv Hardcourt. Josh goes to the ground.
Should have been a reset.
Jerem just handily pointing out that it should have been a reset. Great switch. Beautiful play from these two. Josh Dawes able to find the return. Oscar Edwards completely free. That's a missed opportunity. Is Liv going to be able to save it? She is. Fantastic work from Tigers there. Great hustle. Some really beautiful opportunities have presented themselves. Jenny Adams puts the shot up. Oscar Edwards going to be straight in for that rebound. Out to Josh Dawes on the front. Not going to sink it. Short shots seem to be dropping in.
Well done.
That's a great dive by Chris. Almost attacks the spectators there. His own team almost gets an absolute chestful. Unfortunate drop ball by Emma Sackett. Tom Northfield looking for the fast play out to Chris. Tigers looking to extend their lead as much as possible. 5 minutes remaining. Jenny Adams puts the shot up. It's good! Jenny Adams. 16 to 10. Oh! Josh Dawes. So heavy-handed on that one. James Norman just took an absolute clattering. That was some very zealous play from Josh Dawes. And James Norman able to convert. Don't know if we're going to see something here. Potential yellow card. Nope. Five-goal deficit. Plenty of room.
Mopping up the blood.
I'm just looking for a towel to clear up any sweat from the court. Going to be the reset there. Tigers looking for a strong offense. Try and close the gap. 4 minutes near enough. Penalty awarded. Dave Wiseman clearly not impressed with that. Chris West going to be stepping up to the plate. And he is going to be able to sink it. Tigers 17 to 11 now. No, hang on. 18 to 11. That should be, I think. If not. That should be 18 to 11. Almost a heroic save by Emma Sackett. Oh no, no, excuse me, that is 17 to 11. They've just had a switch. My apologies. Got a bit confused there. Okay, the table is very on it with those button presses. Bit of a, again, sloppy passing as we're entering kind of the real flagging stages of the game. Last 3 minutes. Players are definitely starting to fatigue. Biersta's still desperate to pick up those points. Dave Wiseman giving it a shot. Not quite finding it. Tom Northfield. Again. Putting in some work. Oscar Edwards is going to get defended there by Azzy Seibert. Emma Sackett off the back. Both teams were opening up to the full court. Tom Northfield, that's a great touch. Tigers managed to find the ball off that. Oscar Edwards for the shot. Unfortunately doesn't score it. Tigers still in possession.
Should have been a reset though, shouldn't it?
Josh Dawes for a fantastic... Oh my goodness, what a stellar little shot there. The diving underarm Did Dave Wiseman just make that? Because that was an absolutely gorgeous shot from Dave Wiseman. Bearsted clearly desperate to have a flurry of goals in the dwindling minutes of the game. Penalty going to be awarded. Oh, no. Chris wants this one. Chris is going to have this one. Not going to be able to convert it. Encroachment, though, is going to get a second chance. Isn't that lucky? Tom Northfield just giving the camera a cheeky wink. Chris finally sinks it 19-12. Bearsted desperately hunting for a couple more goals. As he, for the one-handed no-looker, I think we're at 1 for 13 with those now. Or the one-handers more specifically, not the no-lookers. Puts another one up. James Norman under the post. Finds it. A real, flurry of goals in the dying minutes of the game. Bearsted clearly keen to try and minimise the goal difference as much as possible. Not going to find anything. Another attempt. Oscar Edwards coming around the front. Tigers starting to rush things ever so slightly. Jenny Adams has a go. Not quite able to find anything. Bearsted looking for one last attempt. Dave Wiseman, here he comes on the runner. Nope. He's going to get blocked out by Chris. Great recovery from him. Steps back. Finds it. Bearsted. Lovely. Lovely goal from Dave Wiseman in the last 30-odd seconds. Time is ticking, though. It isn't over till it's over, but there's the final whistle from the referee. Final score of 19-14. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been your host, Alex Carmichael. Tigers did take the win, 19-14 over Bearsted 1. Commentary brought to you by Alex Carmichael. Editorial comments and camera work brought to you by Jerem and Julie Dawes. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.